Now, before we move on to Unit 2, a quick reminder that for copyright reasons, we cannot reproduce the text of the passages or the text of the questions in here. So please have your ACER booklet open as you go through this video with us. Let's move on to Unit 2 now, which asks you questions about a work of fiction, a novel. Question 9 asks us, what best expresses what Edith is seeking? Now, this is quite a tough question because the whole passage deals really with how complex Edith's feelings are and how she is conflicted in many ways about coming to Europe. We're going to need to take each of these options in turn and decide which one is the best fit, because the key thing about this question is it's saying what best expresses something, which is quite a common thing in the GAMSAT. And what that usually means is that more than one option will seem like a good option to us. Sometimes if we're very unlucky, they will all seem plausible. So let's take a look at these one by one. Fulfillment and contentment, C and D. I would say that there is simply too much conflict in these paragraphs to suggest fulfillment or contentment. Edith says that in some ways coming to Europe was a loss because finding out the real Europe means that she loses the kind of dreamy image of the imagined Europe that she had before. That is in line 4. Now in line 10, she says that in some minor ways she was getting to know the real Europe regretfully. Then there is also in the final paragraph talk of a dire bargain and how much she was prepared to forfeit. So this wasn't a simple quest for happiness. She worried that it would in some ways make her unhappy. So that's C and D out of consideration. We then have A and B, meaning and formation. Now A is tempting. We are specifically tempted by it. In lines 9 to 20, she hoped she was pursuing more than just sensations, and she hoped that the sensations were consequential. So meaning is tempting. However, and this is key, formation we can find very direct evidence for. In the first paragraph, in the final line of the first paragraph, we can see it says that she's hoping that living in Geneva would shape her into another sort of person. The shaping is a synonym of forming, of formation. We arrive at B because B is really the only certainty. It is the only answer for which the evidence is stated very clearly in no uncertain terms. Question 10 asks us about Edith's feelings about living in Europe. A, she is excited by Europe, seems too one-sided. It is simply too simplistic when we have already seen just how complex her feelings about Europe are. B, does she regret moving to Europe? Once again, this is too one-sided, too negative in this case. In some minor ways, she regrets it. In some minor ways, it was a loss, but it is too strong a claim overall. In fact, hope, the word hope, is mentioned more than regret. C, does she wish to become familiar with Europe? Yes, she does, but it is not the best fit. We can see that there are downsides to familiarity. She knows she is losing something by becoming familiar with it as well. So is it something that best describes the way she feels about Europe? Probably not. Which leaves us with D. Europe being both exotic and familiar is part of where the complexity of her relationship to Europe comes from. Now, familiar, she wants to be shaped by Europe. She wants it to become more familiar because she believes it will do something good to her character. At the same time, she is sad that the exotic image of Europe she had before living there is being lost. Therefore, that coexistence of the exotic and the familiar best captures the complexity of Edith's feelings. Question 11 deals with the discovery, quote unquote, of the real Europe now that Edith is living there. Does it make her reckless? As A suggests, there is no evidence of recklessness at all. In fact, her behavior is not really described. It is more of an inner world exploration. Similarly, with C, does it undermine her self-confidence? There is no evidence for that either. Any inner conflict is about what else she may be losing out on by being in Europe in these circumstances. It is not about the qualities of Europe itself, whereas here we are really talking about the real Europe as it is revealed to Edith. B, is it a great disappointment? That is too strong a claim because we can see that Edith was still excited about signs for Dubonnet, and beautiful views sometimes took her breath away. And finally, that leaves us with D. It is different to what she had anticipated. We have arrived at it through elimination, but the evidence that we can see for it would include the Alps, which are just mountains now, some boring and ugly places, etc. So the postcard view of Europe is gone and has been replaced by real places where one walks, shops, lives, etc.